Okay, next up we have 6-3, work together. This is the big one. So on this step, what we'll be doing is taking all our entries so far, and first of all we have to decide whether they go on the income statement or the balance sheet, and then we also have to calculate the adjustments in when we're putting them in. So as I talked about Monday, the income statement only has two things on it, income and expenses. Okay, so income is sales. So we come down here to sales. That's the first thing that's going to end up on the income statement is sales. And we look and we see that's a credit. We know that sales are credits anyway. And then we're going to come down here and just bring things across. We have 4, 6. Now be careful with this one, because a lot of times people look at this and say, oh, that's a credit. No, it's not. That's our adjustment. It's a debit. Okay. All expenses are going to be debits, as you know. So it would make sense to have a credit there. So that's all the stuff that will go on the income statement, which leads everything else will go on the balance sheet. Okay. So again, just be very careful to type the numbers in accurately. Make sure they're in the right column. All right, so now this one had an adjustment. It was $228 debit. We credited $153. So 228 minus 153, because a debit and a credit have to be subtracted. Debit, debit, add, credit, credit, add. But a debit and a credit, you have to subtract. So I came up with $75. Okay. Same thing here. We had $375 debit. We have $125 credit, so we have to subtract, and we come up with $250. All right, this one is a credit, $267, because it's accounts payable. We know accounts payable have credit balances. The capital account, it has a credit balance, but the drawing account has a debit balance. And that would be everything that goes into the balance sheet, everything that goes into the, now are we supposed to, so I was trying to figure out if we were supposed to total each column, and I came up here to the directions, and it does tell us to total each column, so I went ahead and did that, so you didn't have to sit there while I added everything up. I added this column up. This one wasn't hard to add up. Added this one up. Now remember, these will not balance, okay? These are not part of the balance. The balance sheet is over here, okay? And the income statement is over here. The income statement cannot balance because your income and your expenses are going to be different. And right now, our balance sheet can't balance because we haven't allowed for that profit that we took in that month, okay? So we're going to check that answer. And on our next step, what we'll be doing is recording our profit. Okay, so that step was good. So now I'm going to the next step. In the next step, I'm calculating the net income or net loss. Okay, so I come down here. I look at their sales and it's $21.60. I look at their expenses as $14.83. So their sales are more than their expenses. So we know that they made a net income. Okay. And the difference between the two, difference means you subtract, is $677. Okay. And now when you add that $677 in there, you get this. Okay. Now I have my debit for $677. I'm going to put it on the credit side of the balance sheet because we made $677 profit. Okay. And as we talked about with all the accounts and everything, when we make a profit, that means that the owner's equity is going to increase. So that's why we're putting it in over here. Okay. So when we add this 677 to the 7710, we get 8387. Whoops, not typing in the right place. All right. So now everything is balanced and everything's good. Check our answer. And it's good. Okay. So that is 6-3.